Well, it's DIY. We're going to take this, and these, and we are going to make a beautiful thermostat to look like lattice decorated with flowers and vines. So if that's something that interests you, come on back and join me and let's see how it's done. Well, hello, my rays of sunshine, and how are you today? I am blessed. A little cloudy, a little overcast, but a lot cooler. And I must say, for the first time in weeks, there is no humidity in the state of Virginia. So I am happy. I hope you're all having a blessed day, and I hope your weather's cooled down a little bit. Well, today, I got a project for you. I've got a craft project. I've got a craft project that we are going to make this beautiful, beautiful lattice decorated thermostat to hang outside. Now you say, whoa, what? Stick with me. So get yourself something to drink, a snack, because I don't know how long this is going to take, but I can guarantee we're going to have fun doing it. So put me on pause, get yourself situated, and welcome to my home. All right, I gave you time to pause. We're going to take this. This is little fencing. It's plastic, but look at the wrought iron detail. This came Dollar General, $1. Cheaper than Dollar Tree. Look at that. Look at the detail. So you're going to need 4 pieces of this. And I picked up this little thermostat for $1 at Dollar General. So far, we're at $5 for this. Now, I've got 2 bunches of these florals that I got from Temu for like $2.81. And then I have 4 bunches that just fell on the floor. 4 bunches of this beautiful that came from Temu for $2.26. So for less than $10, wait and see what we're going to do. So you need your little fence, your thermostat, your greenery. We're going to need some little wire ties. You're going to need scissors. You're going to need cutters. And I'm going to use a Dremel, and I'll explain that to you. And I'm also going to use my hot glue gun. So let's get started on this project. All right, let me sit back here and get all comfy. Let me get my little Dremel off the floor. Now, I've got a little cutting bit on it. Now, we need to sort of dissect this fence a little bit. Let me cut this tag off with the scissors, and let me show you. Now, this is plastic. Now, you I played around with it. You can cut it with like an X-Acto blade or some kind of blade to score it, and then use scissors to cut it. But when I did that, it cracked on me. So you can do it, but it's going to be more difficult. So we're going to use our little Dremel. Now, the first thing we're going to do is I am going to cut these little ends off and cut these bottom stakes off. So let's see how loud the Dremel is. I don't know if I'm going to have to do this off camera, but I'm going to do this to all 4 pieces. Off camera or on camera. We'll just have to see how loud this is. I don't know, but we'll find out. So let's see. Oh, that's pretty loud. Okay, that's pretty loud. All right, I'm going to show you how I cut one of these pieces off, and then I'm going to go off camera and cut all 4 of them down. So, very easy to Dremel, and just smooth it down. And you don't have it cracking, and you don't have it splitting. There we go. Whoops, turn it off. Turn it off. Turn it off. Turn it off. Simple, short, easy. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. All right. So I'm going to cut the stakes off of 2, the ends off of 2. I'm going to cut that off camera. Now, on the other ones, I'm going to take this piece here and I'm going to cut. I'm going to cut this here off and cut it here. So what we want to do is we want to be able to make a formed, beautiful, where it's going to look like it's wrought iron. Because look at that. Look at this. Doesn't that look wrought iron? I know it's plastic. So we want to make a wrought iron frame, a rectangular frame. So let me go off camera, get all these cut, and I'll be right back. All right, I got them all cut. This one, we cut the sides off, the bottoms off. I got 2 like this. And then this piece, I cut the trim off and the bottom of the steak. So now that we've got these all cut, let me clean this up, change the camera angle, and let's get designing. All right, we're back. I've changed the camera angle. All right, we've got all these cut. Now this craft is the idea I got from something Colette on Blessings Craft Therapy did. I'm just putting my own little twist to it. All right, so we're going to put these together, and we're just going to use wire ties. And don't worry, the wire ties are not going to show once we get it put together. So I'm just going to wire tie it together. We'll cut the ends off in a minute. I'm going to get them good and tight, okay? Put one up at this end. I mean, doesn't this look like wrought iron or even a wooden trellis? And these little pieces of fences are $1 at Family Dollar. Can you believe that? $1. I'm telling you, there are all kinds of things out there that we can do to beat prices. I mean, this is cheaper than Dollar Tree, if you could even find one at Dollar Tree. All right, so got all these on. All right, let me get my wire snips and we'll get them all cut off. All right, we're just going to snip these off. Now I'm just going to turn this a little bit so we have a flat surface. Down here, I don't care. I don't care about that. All right, now we're going to take our thermometer and we're going to put that in the center. And I don't have the super long wire ties, so I'm going to have to put 2 together. Okay. And again, don't worry about the wire ties showing, as we're going to cover them up. And I'm not using glue on these because I want to use a wire tie to hold them on. And like I said, don't worry about the wire tie showing there. It won't show when we're done. So now we've got this done. All right. I'm making it look more difficult than it is. It's really not difficult. Okay, I do want to cut my extra off. I mean, we can cover the wire ties, but we don't want these things sticking up here, do we? No. No, we don't. Okay. All right. Now you see where we're going with this? Now we're going to take our short pieces and we're going to wire tie them right up here. Very simple. Look at this. Doesn't take anything to get this put together. Whoops, I got my wire tie twisted. How about me? All right, just want to hold it straight. And again, I'm not worried about the wire tie because we're going to cover it up. Oh, I can't wait to get this done and hang it. Doesn't that look like wrought iron or a wooden trellis? I mean, this fencing is perfect. In fact, I have another indoor craft that we're going to be doing next week using the same fencing. And again, we're just going to wire tie this together. And trust me, these wire ties will hold it. So, hold it straight. Did I get my wire tie too tight? Did I get my wire tie too tight? There we go. Okay. Now for the fun part. You want to go ahead and get your glue gun hot because we're going to need the glue gun. So let me try to lay this out so you can get the gist of the idea. Look how this is going to look. I know it's hard to see. I don't have the camera angle. All right, so now let's clean these wire ties off. I have a mess. I have a mess. All right, now I took my greenery, and again, less than $3 for all this greenery. And we're just going to weave it through. Now, I'm going to use the glue gun to hold it in. See if my glue gun's good and hot now. See if my glue gun's good and hot now. Oh, yeah. And no, I don't have a big fancy glue gun because I don't think you need to waste money on a big fancy glue gun. Okay. And we're just going to take our greenery and we're just going to place it around and we'll weave it through because we want this to look like a garden trellis. We want it to look like a garden trellis. Natural, flowing. And I just cut the tips off. So all I'm going to do is sit here and just attach these in a nice pattern. That's it. Look how simple this is. And you can use any kind of greenery or any kind of flowers you want. This is just what I chose to use because I want to match the colors on my deck because that's where I plan on putting this. All right, so now we've got a few here. We're just going to weave them through our trellis a little bit. Just weave them through our trellis a little bit. Same thing here. Just weave it through. And like I said, you can make it any design, any style, anything you want. Customize the color of the leaves to match your decor, to match your patio, or match your deck. That's what I'm doing. And again, we're just going to loosely put these in here. We're going to come back and take care of any holes or any other places that we want to put our greenery. Now, I'm not going to just do greenery on this. I am going to add some flowers. All right, we've got all our greenery on. Now you'll notice this is the top of the thermometer. I've done all the vines in this direction, so they look like they're growing up the trellis. But now we need a little bling. We need a little pop. So let's give it a little color. Let's give it a little color. What do y'all say? All right. Let's put some flowers in here. All right. I'm just going to space them out. Put a few here and there. And again, I'm just hot gluing them. Just give it a little color. A little pop. My deck is maroon. And y'all know how much I love purple. So that's why I got these. All right. And again, design your flowers any way you want to. Use any colors, any design. The whole idea of DIY is to personalize it. Make it where it fits into your decor. Make it where the colors fit your style, where you want to put it. And that's what I'm doing. I want to add a little color. So that's all I'm doing. And all I'm doing is just tacking them up here because we want them to look like they're going right up this trellis. So be careful when you're putting them on there and make sure that you put your vines in a way that it does look like they're going up the trellis. You don't want them to go down the trellis. That's not going to look natural. And we've worked hard on this. We want it to look natural. So when vines grow, they grow up. So that's how we want to put ours. We want to put them where they grow up. You know, I don't think it's going to take a lot of the color, because we don't want to bombard it. We just want to feed a few through it. Picture a beautiful spray of morning glories. That's what we're going for. A beautiful spray of morning glories. In fact, you know, these almost look like morning glories. But that's what we want. Just light. A few here and a few there. But, I mean, like I said, you do it how you want to do it. But I would advise when you're doing it to make sure that your vines are going up. I'm real happy with this. I'm real happy with this. Oh, let's put some over here. And this hot glue I've used outside on all different things. And this is going to go on my brick wall under my eave. That's where I want to put it. So it's not going to get direct rain unless we're having a hurricane. But we're going to get this finished. And then I'm going to put it in place. And I'm going to take a picture of where I put it and how it looks. And then we're going to come back and we're going to close the video like, you know, we always close our videos. So I just got a little bit more to put on here. I'll put one more at the top because, like I said, I want this to be more natural, like morning glories. You know how they're spaced out. I don't want to bombard it. was too much. So I am just about done. I am just about done. And again, it's going to look so much more natural with the vines going upward. So much more natural. Okay. Well, I think I might want to put a couple more at the top up here. So let me cut some more off because I don't want a lot. So let me cut this a little shorter. Let's see what I want. In fact, I'm going to cut these off because I don't want that much. And this is what I want. Yeah, this is what I want. All right. You know what? Let me sit back and look. Maybe I'll put these individual ones over here. So let's cut this off. Let's cut this off. Okay. All right. One more little purple. Right up here. Okay. And again, you don't have to follow my designs. I want you to follow your designs. So tell me, I mean, we're making this huge, beautiful masterpiece for about $8. Now, you go to Hobby Lobby or anywhere like that, and oh my goodness, we are going to pay more than $8. So this is our trellis. I'm going to go hang it up, show you how it looks in place, and then we'll be back to close this video. Well, what'd you think? I love it. I needed something on that wall. All I had on that wall was that exhaust fan. I love it. And I think it looks so natural. And no, I didn't paint the fence. I could have painted black, but I like leaving it that rustic ironwood look. So I hope you enjoyed it. If you had fun, give me a thumbs up. Give me a comment. Let me know if that's something you would try. I love it. It's beautiful. And if you've got a wall like I had that just needed something, I mean, I had my table with my plants and decor on it and everything, but that wall needed help. So we helped it. We helped it a lot. So thank you for helping me. Thank you for sharing that time with me. But unfortunately, our time is done. But I'm not going to leave you without a word from God. So we have a scripture. And usually that scripture impacts something in our life we're going through or something we just need to hear to give us peace. God always speaks to us. So let's see what God has in store for us today. Luke chapter 18, verse 27. What is impossible with people is possible with God. Amen. What is impossible with people is possible with God. Luke 18:27. Look at that. That's right. our little DIY craft project, God helped us get it through. He gave me the knowledge to figure out what to do, and we did it. So praise be to God. We have a beautiful trellis thermometer covering that wall on my back deck. So until we meet again, please stay blessed. And Lord willing, we'll have another video of who knows what. Remember, this, that, and everything else. But until then, please remember Genesis 31:49. The Lord watched between me and thee when we are absent from one another.